Will you join me in the pledge led by Mr. Shields?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second motion.
As a move and properly second, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. 2.3, at this time, I entertain a motion to consider the minutes for our October 21, 2024 regular scheduled meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
As the motion and properly second, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Going down to academic excellence, 4.1, strategic plan update. Ms. Sidbury, Ms. Pate.
Good evening, Board Chair Hall, board members, Dr. Pratt and administration. I'm Chanel Sidbury, here to provide an update on academic excellence, as well as our BOY insights for attendance, discipline, and grades. Our presentation today aligns to our mission, vision, and core values. It's the heart, the bread and butter of our work, the bread and butter of our district, looking at our student success and talking about how we will continue to improve as an organization. The first few slides focus on academic insights, looking at our grades, attendance, and discipline over the course of Q1. This first slide shows you our K-5 academic celebrations, noting 21.8% of our students in K-5 making A and AB honor roll. The next column is looking at students with perfect attendance, which is roughly 23%. Students who are academically at risk, less than 5%. And then last but not least, looking at the quality of our grades, with roughly 33% of our students earning A's and B's in their courses. Now to middle school, looking at A and AB honor roll, you can see here that 25.6% of our students earn A and AB honor roll. Looking at perfect attendance, we have 20.7% of our students earning perfect attendance, 21% roughly in academic risk right now. And then collectively looking at our A's and B's, roughly about 58% of our student grades represent A's and B's. Taking a look at high school, very proud of our high school with 32.1% of our students earning either A or AB honor roll. Taking a look at our attendance, we have roughly 21% of our students with perfect attendance this quarter at 9/12. Roughly 6% of our students, 6 to 7% of our students in academic risk in one or more courses. And then last but not least, looking at a whopping 63% of our students grades representing A's and B's for our high school students. So kudos to our high school principals and staff, our teachers for their hard work for Q1. We all know Q1 is Q1, so we'll be looking at Q2 and 3 and 4, okay? Taking a look at our trends across the board, this is our dashboard from Q1, looking at 23-24, and you will see respectively in 24-25, we reduce our academic at risk in all of our core subject areas. So kudos again to our principals, our staff, our teachers for their continued support of our students. So we improved in 4 out of 4 of these academic risk areas. Next, we'll take a look at benchmark data. Benchmark data will take a look at M-Class as well as our academic benchmarks, which is a very similar test to the EOG. So I'll walk you through this data. There are a lot of charts and data. You know, I love charts and data. So I'll walk you through this very briefly. So looking at this data, you will see this spans our K3 students. You'll see that there is a row for K1, 2, and 3, and there's 3 bar graphs in each row. That first top row in each area is going to represent the 22-23 school year, the middle column being the 23-24 school year, and then the last one being the 24-25 school year. And so you will see in layman's terms is a reduction in red, a reduction in our students who are not reading on grade level, not attaining those skills, whether they be letter sounds, whether they be no nonsense words. We have seen a significant reduction with the exception of grade 2. You can see in comparison to last year with our students in BOI, we have just a slight increase in our students who are not attaining those skills on grade level. So we'll continue to work with them. Again, this is It's our Q1 beginning of the year. This is another representation of our M-Class data. This shows you our students' progress. So if you look at the top with me, you'll see that there are 83 students here at the top. This is 83 students that ended last year in kindergarten, not reading on grade level. And these same 83 students are represented in that bar below. So you see that of those 83 students, now that we start this year, 56 of those students are still not reading on grade level or not having grade level skills. 17 have moved to yellow, 7 have moved to blue at grade level, and 3 are exceeding. So the respective charts there just show you the progress that students are making in comparison to where they ended the school year last year. This next slide is just another look at the same data, looking at the overall composite. Scores are primarily reported in composites. And so you will see that in similar charts in the previous 2 charts, we are increased our overall composite totally by 23.9% in comparison to last year, with the exception of grade 2, as mentioned on the previous slides. So this is our K-5 results. I'm going to move on to our K-3 results. I'm going to move on to our tested areas, which is 3-5. So this chart, in general, green is good, red is we're still striving to move ahead. And so what these charts and the subsequent charts do is give you a comparison of BOI last year to where we are BOI this year. So you can see what kind of progress we're making. So when you look respectively at grade 3 math, you will see both Bearfield and RES are competitively increased their overall proficiency and compared to BOI last year. So that's why they're both green. Underneath that, you will see 4th grade math. You see AES slightly below where they were last year, and RES above. And then for 5th grade math, same thing, AES below where they were last year, beginning of the year, and RES above. And then looking at science, same thing, AES is slightly below, and RES is above. Now, I will say to the public as well as the Board of Education, as you know, the state of North Carolina compares apples to oranges. So comparing 2 sets of kids is always going to be a hard representation, but I'm sharing that with you because that's how the state reports it in all their accountability reports. Looking at elementary reading on the right-hand side, you will see BPS is exceeding where they were last year by 12.3%. RES below in their reading for 3rd grade. AES and RES both below reading for 4th grade math. And then for 4th grade reading, the AES is above and RES is below. So right now, in comparison where we were last year, comparing 2 different sets of kids to each other, we are above our overall composite in 7 out of 14 academic areas for our EOGs. Good thing we have a good ways to go. So this is just our first data mark. I'll be back with more data as we make progress. These last columns just take a look at the overall goal of the end of the year. So when I come back in June, where will we be? That's showing you right now that you can see that BPS is already meeting their goal right now. If they maintain their progress, they're meeting their annual goal. So kudos to Mr. Stinson and the Bearfield staff for their hard work, as well as our RES 4th grade math has already met their annual goal. So we want to continue to push them, continue to make progress. Moving on to 6-8 math, 6-8 in general, looking at our middle school, you will see that for mathematics, middle school is already above where they were annually last year in 2 of their areas in 6th grade and 8th grade. And then looking at ELA above in 2 of their areas for 6th grade and 7th grade with regard to where they were last year. And then 8th grade had phenomenal data last year, being 51% proficient. And right now they're at 36. So again, this is just the beginning of the year where we are. We have the ability to make progress for the rest of the year. So that's a great thing. And the middle school is making progress in comparison to last year out of 4 out of 7 of their academic areas. And they have already met their annual goals in 3 areas, 6th grade math and 6th and 7th grade ELA. So kudos to Principal Deloach and the staff at the middle school for their continued hard work. And then last but not least is our high school. Right now we have very few fall EOCs. And so we're only looking at those areas that are tested. And so for Math 1, our high school is below where they were last year. And looking at biology below where they were last year. And for Math 3, both the high school and CS Brown have already exceeded where they were at the beginning of the year, this time last year. along with Hertford County High School in English too. So shout out to Miss Bacchus. I know she'll be excited to see her data, as well as the other teachers who are working very hard. And again, the great thing about this of we are improving in 4 out of 6 areas, and it's November and we still have a good ways to go. Taking a look at the annual goals, you'll see that Hertford County High School is already exceeding their annual goal in Math 1 and CS Brown for Math 3. So kudos to Ms. Allen and also Dr. Watford for their hard work in that area. They're putting in some very hard work. All right, so now moving on from our benchmark data to looking at attendance. Going to give you several insights on where we are with attendance. And so you'll see various dots on this chart. And so what you will see is longitudinally looking at our data from the 2021 school year all the way into the current school year. And if you'll follow along by color, you can see how we are making progress. So if you look at that dot with regard to 2021, you will see in 2021, 2022, 24% of our students did not have attendance issues, no attendance issues. And moving up that line, you'll see right now for the 24-25 school year at Q1, 45% of our students do not have attendance issues. So kudos to our school support team, our social workers, counselors, our principals, teachers for the hard work. In retrospect, and also you will see that trending chronic is consistent at around 18%. In the previous year, we were 19%. Nearly chronic was about 13% last year, and right now we're trending at 7%. And then chronically absent, last year we ended the year with 36% of our student chronically absent. For Q1, we are at 26%. Is a reduction of 10% in chronic absenteeism. So kudos to our entire staff on that work. This is another chart. You know, I love charts. So this is another chart looking at our attendance by month. I won't belabor it, but the gray dots that you can barely see for August, September, and October show you that we are well below where we were in the previous school year, but incomparable to the year 1920 with regard to our attendance trend. So we only so far, we're the gray, we only have 3 dots so far. We are trending above in terms of people being at school, our students being at school, slightly below that percentage for the 1920 school year.
How do we reward attendance?
Pardon me?
How do we reward students that come to school?
Schools have their own PBIS, the celebrations where they award perfect attendance. I know that I just remember seeing something at CS Brown where they had an attendance party. So each school has their own way of recognizing students for attendance, as well as district celebrations as well.
And remember, the Partners for Education also in schools funds to celebrate attendance
Correct.
as well. And all schools have had some form of a attendance incentive this school year. If any of the principals would like to come up and share what you've done first quarter to celebrate your attendance. Ms. Reddick, thank you. Dr. Robinson, thank you. Come on up. CS Brown, come on up and share with the board about the great celebrations you've been having at your school. Come on up, Ms. Reddick.
They've
Come
been
on up, stand and
posting it
deliver.
on Facebook.
Yes, they've been on Facebook, all those celebrations.
We need to hear
Share.
this.
Good evening. So at Hertford County Early College High School, what we have done is put all the students into a raffle that had 2 or less absences. And from there, we were able to select 25 students for the quarter to receive a gift card.
Also, tell them about your calls that you make for attendance.
So each day what we are doing is not specifically for who's present or who's absent. It's
No tardy party. We distributed gift cards as well, and we do announcement shout outs. So we want them students there each and every day. I call parents every Sunday, and they know that that's going to be a part of that call attendance.
Miss Reddick, at a high school elementary, we, this 9 weeks, we gave out perfect attendance certificates at our award ceremony. Those students also received, we had pencils for them as well. And we're also making calls to parents if students are not showing up to school. And we're also sending Ms. Harmon, our social worker, out to parents as well. Of course, our kids are 9 and 10 years old, so we're working through the parents to get them to school on time. So those are just some of the things that we have done, and we will do more for them to celebrate attendance. Thank you.
Can we figure out how to give them a day off? I'm serious. Is there any way you can figure out a way to give a day off? If for perfect attendance?
We can't yet.
I mean, how about
We can follow the days. How about that?
Yeah. I'm just
So thank you
I'm
for
just
that
trying to figure
segue.
out a way to do another, I mean, doing
Yeah.
an incentive that would be worthwhile for
Yeah.
everybody to do. I'd come to school if I got a day off one day. Yeah.
Me
Anyway, I'm just trying to make a new box,
Yeah.
not think out of the box.
That's right.
Okay, as I transition to behavior insights, taking a look at where our students are in terms of offenses. So this is a longitudinal graph from 21 to 22 showing you overall the average number of days that students have been suspended for all offenses in Hertford County Public Schools. And so this graph is showing exactly what we would like, an increase in our in-school suspensions from last year until now, and a decrease in our out-of-school suspensions from average of a 4.4 day absence to 3.1. So kudos to our staff there. This graph is an overlay of the last 3 years. You will see the most recent year in green. And so what this is showing you is that our weekly trend of offenses over the past few years is very much decreased with the exception of week 11 and week 10. So we had a little bit of rumblings going on in our schools during that time, but we're back trending where we are significantly lower than our previous school years in terms of our offenses each week. So now getting to the academic updates, which is the strategic plan. Our priority one or imperative one, improved teaching and learning, has two aspects to it. I'll briefly talk you through those aspects in terms of instructional foundations and student wellness, talk about how we're making progress on that strategic plan, and then I will be moving forward from there. So starting with instructional foundations, there are several areas here. Primarily, you will see that we want to implement our instructional framework. And so in order to support that work, we do priority school visits with our schools to monitor implementation of the curriculum. And so in progress, we want to continue to have those follow-ups, collecting data, seeing what students, what our teachers need, what support they need with the platforms, and integrating the assessments. And as we look at next steps, we're going to continue to monitor this, continue to have ongoing professional learning and respond to our teacher needs. So most of our curriculums we implemented this year, so it's going to take several years for teachers to get very comfortable. So we're going to continue to monitor that with their feedback and coaching so that we can get alignment and improve our student outcomes. Taking a look at literacy, there are several things that fall underneath literacy. I won't read them all to you, but you will see here our letters curriculum, aligning our professional learning to the science of reading is a very much a priority for us. So we continue to provide this feedback on our monitoring the fidelity of our curriculum. We are now implementing the UFly program. As our students come in with some deficits for learning, that is an intervention program through University of Florida that has a great success. So we'll be using that in addition to Heggerty, as well as other tools to support our student learning. Thinking about district-wide mathematics, we have our math frameworks where we are focusing on close reading to help our students really break down word problems in a way that they can understand and know what to do next. We'll continue to build our teachers' confidence with these through our support of our MCLs and continue to have ongoing professional learning in these frameworks as well as close reading strategies. Taking a look at instructional strategies, my primary focus is on high impact teaching strategies, which help our teachers address our students' learning needs in a way that improves their learning 2 to 3 times faster than standard strategies will. So high impact strategies are research-based and are proven to leverage students in a faster way of growth. So we'll continue to support these strategies by monitoring, implementing them, and giving continued feedback. As I look at college and career readiness, there are several indicators underneath there. Our STEM, extracurriculars, our career exploration, 3 E's, employed, enlisted, and enroll. We're going to continue to support that work and continue to put personnel and staff and supports in place to leverage our dual enrollment process, as well as identify further opportunities to integrate STEM into other courses so it's not a separate thing. We want to see all of our students using technology and STEM in classes, regardless of the subject area. And so now I'll move on to staff and student wellness, or student wellness rather, with a focus on measurable outcomes there. Here you will see a SEL framework, working with Mrs. Allman, which is a new hire here. She's phenomenal, working on our draft for our SEL framework. And the SEL framework just simply means that when students are struggling, we know exactly what to do. We have a prescriptive plan of if this happens, we respond in this way as a district. So we provide equity and support across all our schools. So we're continuing to tailor our framework. We'll be rolling that out in the spring. Our panorama survey will be launching in December. Due to the changes to the Parent Bill of Rights, some of the questions that we asked on that survey is no longer admissible without additional written documentation. So we've tailored those questions to align to our strategic plan, still while giving us insight on what our students need. And then last but not least, you've already seen the data. We're going to continue our absentee chronic absentee campaign. So kudos to our public information officer for getting the word out. We have a district-wide attendance protocol. The attendance team continue to work together systematically to improve and know what we do in times of crisis with our students who are out. And so we're going to continue to support those plans, monitor the data, as well as implement a formal way for students to declare either a 3-year or 4-way pathway with our new legislations around a 22 credit graduation. And then last but not least, school climate. We have our school climate with our PBIS, which we are in year 2 of PBIS implementation, as well as our satisfaction surveys that will be going out in December via Panorama. We're going to continue to leverage the feedback from our students and our families, integrate that into the work that we do. And we want to make sure that the feedback from our students and our families are part of our key decision makers because they are our ultimate stakeholders, and all the decisions that we make are in their interest. So again, in closing, that was a quick look at our academics for Q1, as well as an update on our strategic plan. I want to say a heartfelt thank you to our principals, our assistant principals, our counselors, our support staff, our teachers, our teacher assistants, every single one, our bus drivers, our cafeteria workers. All of those individuals are part of the landscape that make it supportive and schools a good place for students to want to come to school. And we see that evidence in our data, and we see that evidence in the hard work represented in Q1. And I look forward to bringing you updates again as we look into Q2. Any questions for me?
Any questions or comments at this time, board members?
I have a comment. I would like to thank, as you stated, it is everyone in this room, no matter what department you're in, all of us working together. And the data shows how we have been working, so many improvements with the data. You should feel very proud of yourselves. I know that at the end of some days, you're tired, you're worn, but if you look back and you look at your data and what you post on Facebook, I get a pleasure out of looking at your parties and your strategies to make the students and staff feel better. We should always motivate and use our sense of making people feel good about what they're doing and letting them know that you are truly appreciated and that we do see your reports are great. They are in depth, and we can see as you give them monthly. And we know that it's everybody. We don't want to miss anyone. It's all of us working together with the idea of increasing our student achievement. And you have done so in so many areas. And even with the absentee that has come up then. So thank you, and go back to your staff. Let them know that we really appreciate what they are doing. A lot of hard work going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Porter. Mr. Deloach?
I certainly agree with Ms. Porter, what she said. This is about teamwork. It's about everybody working together. I certainly agree and grateful to see the scores and see the growth that we're making. But I do want to bring out one point since Mr. Shields asked about the attendance, and just to show you how we all working together. As president of the Partnership for Education, which is our foundation board, Dr. Pratt came to this board, and what he wanted to do was increase the attendance rate of our students. So what the foundation board looked at was what could we do to help support the school system in trying to get kids back in school. Now, we can do some things that you all in this board could not do. So we put out $20,000 to reward students to come to school on a regular basis. And this is some of the plans that you've heard from principals. We think it's working. Nothing is perfect. I don't know what's gonna happen on the end, but we think it's making a little bit of difference. So we look forward to it. We're partnering with the school system. We believe in our school system. That's our purpose. So this is just one of the things that we're doing, but I did want to bring it up because you brought it up about attendance. And I was glad to see the data because I've been asked, how is it going?
We
are
believe the
making a difference?
$20,000 really helped, and we're looking forward for another 20,000.
Well, you don't get the first $20,000. Don't know about another one. But every little bit helps.
Yeah.
And we're doing so many other things too, but and we'll talk about that later, but I'm just glad to see the data coming back from the attendance. I think it's helping a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Deloach, you asked for that.
I'd ask for that one. Won't bust that right in it.
All right. If there are no more questions, while we got you, Mr. Berry, 4.2 school improvement plans for low
Thank you.
performing schools.
Evening, Board Chair, Board Members, Dr. Pratt, I bring before you the recommendation to approve our school improvement plan for our 3 low performing school, which is Riverview Elementary School, Bearfield Primary School, and Hertford County High School. These school improvement plans set for 30 days will receive 0 public feedback in terms of revisions and adjustments. The plans were submitted with some revisions around district oversight and supports, as well as tailored support to PLCs and data analysis. So the revised plans are in your packets for your review, and I ask that you approve those for the 24-25 school year to meet the DPI deadline of December 5th of submission at the state level.
Board members, any comments or questions at this time pertaining to the school improvement plans? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to accept the school improvement plans as presented by administration.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we accept the school improvement plans as presented and to let the public know that they have been presented before, so this is a final copy.
Second.
Has been motion properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Berry.
Thank
Engagement excellence, 3.1 school recognitions, Ms. Freeman.
Good evening, Chair Hall, members of the board, Dr. Pratt. Tonight, we would like to recognize our schools for an exceptional 23-24 school year. When I call your school principals, please come forward to receive your certificate from the North Carolina State Board of Education and the North Carolina Department of Public Instructions. Please remain standing for a picture with our board members. First, we have Hertford County Early College for achieving an outstanding graduation rate of 27.6% and exceeding the goal of expected academic progress for students during the 23-24 school year. 97. Next, we have C.S. Brown High School for achieving an outstanding graduation rate of 25.7% and for exceeding the goal of expected academic progress for students during the 23-24 school year. Okay, so for early college, we have 97.6. And for C.S. Brown, we have 95.7. Okay. Hertford County Middle School and Ahoskie Elementary School for exceeding the goal for expected academic progress for students for a 23-24 school year.
Cowboys won yesterday, man. Oh, okay.
Next, we have Riverview Elementary School and Bearfield Primary School for achieving the goal of expected academic progress for students during the 23-24 school year. Board members, will you please stand for a picture? Let's give them a round of applause.
3.2, veteran recognitions, Ms. Freeman.
Good evening, Chair Hall, members of the board, Dr. Pratt. On November the 11th, we observe Veterans Day, and we would like to take a moment to express our gratitude to the Hertford County Public Schools veterans that serve our students every day. When I call your name, please come forward to receive your appreciation from Dr. Pratt. Billy Cherry, U.S. Army, Hertford County High School. Chief Randy Cherry, U.S. Army, Hertford County High School. Keith Trotman, U.S. Army, Hertford County High School. Gina Whitaker, Marines, Riverview Elementary School. April Blackwell, U.S. Army, Hertford County Middle School. Curtis Freeman, U.S. Army, Bearfield Primary School. Kelly Winborn, U.S. Army, Bearfield Primary School. Tony Leary, U.S. Army, Bearfield Primary School. Derek Pitt, U.S. Army, Central Office. And Woodson Hunter, U.S. Army, Central Office. Board members, please. Board members. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause.
Three point three, introduction of newly hired employees, Ms. Norman.
Good evening, Chair Hall, board members, and Dr. Pratt. Tonight, we have the pleasure of introducing the newest members of the Bear family. When I call your name, I'll share your position, location, please stand, and an interesting fact you have provided. So first, we will introduce Gary Arline. Arline is at Hertford County Middle School. He's our new assistant principal. And something interesting he shared, of course, he enjoys traveling. Duke and Pittsburgh Steelers are his favorite teams. No comment. No comment. And he was born on Thanksgiving Day.
All right.
And we have Debbie Jones. Ms. Jones is our online facilitator, teacher assistant at CS Prime. And what she shared with us is that she is a paddle certified scuba diver. She swam with manatees, stingrays, dolphins, and sharks.
Oh.
That's all for our newest members. Board members, would you like to say?
Ms. Porter.
On behalf of the Hertford County Board, we would like to welcome you for choosing Help Hertford County. If there's anything that we can do to assist you while you're here, please let Dr. Pratt know, and we will try our very best to help you as you move forward with your years with Hertford County Schools. So we wish you much success, And thank you for joining our staff. You will see that we are the greatest system in the nation. Thanks again. If there's anything that we can do, please let us know.
Thank you, Ms. Porter.
And I would also, before we move on, to all of our veterans, I just want to take a moment to say thank you for your service. Also, thank your families because they go through so much with you being gone and with you protecting our nation. So we really appreciate what you have done with serving our country. And I don't take that lightly. I know how important it was for you to leave your family, go to foreign countries. And there's something that we don't think about much because we haven't done that. But I do appreciate everything and everyone that has served in this room. Thank you so much.
3.4, be the bar, Ms. Norman.
Good evening again, Chair Hall, board members, and Dr. Pratt. I would like to share with you this evening our certified and classified November Be the Bar employees. These staff members have exemplified one or more of our core values, which are student-centered, equity, accountability, excellence, and collaboration. We'll begin with our certified staff. When I call your name, please come forward to receive your certificate and your golden bar. Remain standing in front for a group picture. After that, we'll call the classified staff to do the same. Come forward, get your certificate and your bar, remain in the front for a group picture. And then please just stand back just for a moment for our board members to share some words of thank you to each of you. So we will start with our November Certified Employees of the Month. So we have BPS, Kathy Matthews, 3rd grade teacher, all subjects. AES, Aaron Palmer, 4th through 5th grade, PE teacher. RES, Lilibeth Niebles, ESL teacher. Hertford County Middle School, Sherry Williams, 6th through 8th grade, art teacher. CS Brown, Dr. LaQuinn, 9th through 12th grade science. Hertford County Early College, Pamela Scott, 11th through 12th grade English teacher. Hertford County High School, Miss Pamela Tan, 9th through 12th grade count. And then we have our district office, which is Brenda Pate, Director of Curriculum. She's not able to be. Board members, will you please come forward and Dr. Pratt for a group picture? Let's give them a hand. Now we'll start with our certified staff. BPS, Courtney Alfred, teacher assistant, K-3. Come on, guys. AES, Miss Futrell, 4th through 5th grade, cafeteria assistant. RES, Charmaine Lassiter, pre-K through fifth grade, cafeteria manager. Hertford County Middle School, Connie Holloway, sixth through eighth grade, bookkeeper. Leah Brown, Debbie Jones, online lab teacher assistant. Hertford County Early College, Judy Boone, she's sick, but we're still here for her class. And Hertford County High School, Marion Cofield, custodian, high school, she wasn't able to be here. And then lastly, our district office, which was April Thurman. Look at that picture. She's our administrative assistant in the CNI department. She wasn't able to be here, but we're clapping for her. All right. Board members and Dr. Pratt, will you come forward, please, for a picture? And you all can come up, just.
Mr. Deloach.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I certainly want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being chosen to be the bar for the month of November. When I think of being the bar, I think of people who are not just doing average work, people who go beyond for our students, who go beyond for our staff, and go beyond for Hertford County Public Schools. Regardless of what you do, it is still important. Cafeteria worker, custodian, bus driver, teacher, district worker, wherever you are part of this system. You're part of this team. And I think that you understand that and you appreciate that, and we appreciate that. We just can't thank you enough for what you do. Until you're better paid, that's what somebody used to tell me all the time. Until you're better paid, accept our thank yous, accept our congratulations, and we wish you the very, very, very best. Again, until something greater happens, we thank you for this day. Thank you again and have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Deloach. At this time, it's always good to see our good friend, Dr. Tinkham from Chowan University. So at this time, Dr. Tinkham, we want to recognize you and your education class that you have on tonight.
Thank you so much, Chair Hall, board members, Dr. Pratt. First of all, I want to apologize for us being late. That was my fault. So, and thank you for allowing our students to do field work in your schools. I think we have them in almost every school, we have one student teacher, this fall, and we'll have two in the spring at our schools, and we do appreciate, because I know that's an extra effort for your staff, for your teachers, and we do appreciate it. I'd like for my students to introduce themselves, tell you where they're from, and their major. So,
yeah. Great. Yes, I go first. Hi, I'm Haley Lowe. I'm from Franklin, Virginia, and I'm an elementary education major.
Grayson Thorne. I'm from Wilson, North Carolina. Integrated studies with a concentration in social studies.
And we do have one student absent. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, any comments at this time?
I just want to say, Dr. Tinkham, it's always a pleasure to see you. And to your students, Dr. Tinkham has always helped Hertford County schools, even when she was employed here. So I'm sure that you are learning quite a bit from all of her wisdom that she has to pass down. And she has helped by bringing so many people from Chowan to Hertford County. I would like to say thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Ms. Porter. Board members, any other comment?
My only other comment is thank you for wanting to be in education because it's so important for this nation to have qualified teachers in the classroom. So thanks for your efforts, and I wish you many, many years of great opportunities as far in the teaching field.
Thank you, Mr. Shields. Mrs. Loach.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dr. Tatum, good to see you again. We are so grateful to have you support us and have you work with Chowan University and with the young people that are there. For those who do not know, Dr. Tatum is a longtime supporter of Hertford County Public Schools. I say a long term because I can say that because I go back just as far as some of us do, and she does. But anyway, we thank you for your service. We thank you for what you do. And to the young people that are here tonight, we wish you the very best. If you're interested, your term is coming pretty quickly now. So if you're interested, submit an application. Yes. We don't know what might happen, but submit an application. We have some vacancies here, I'm sure. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you here. Again, thank you so much for all you do. We appreciate it.
Do we have any public input, Ms. Freeman? All right, at this time, before we continue, you are free to stay. We're early tonight, but at this time, if you need to leave, this is that time for you. If not, we will continue with our agenda.
Right. Oh, I have. Oh, you have.
Okay. 5.1 personnel report, Ms. Norman.
Good evening again, Chair Hall, board members, and Dr. Platt. I stand before you seeking approval of the November 25th, 2024 Board Personnel Report.
Any comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve the personnel report as presented by administration on tonight.
Second.
Has been moved and properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed, motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Norman.
Thank you.
5.2, beginning teacher waivers, Ms. Page.
Good evening, Chair Hall, board members, and Dr. Pratt. I come before you tonight to ask for approval of the 3 BT waivers that were presented for the spring and winter sports.
Any questions or comments at this time, board members? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve the beginning teacher waivers as presented by administration.
So moved.
Has been motion.
Second motion.
Has been motion and properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Page. Operational excellence, 6.4, owner preferred alternates for building mechanical control systems, Mr. Hunter.
What's on that?
He had to step out for a moment. He'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
All right.
6.1.
6.1, strategic plan update, operational excellence, Ms. Adadiran. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Chairman Hall, Dr. Pratt, colleagues, and citizens. We just want to give you an update on where we are in operational excellence. And we'll start with core mission and values and vision, student-centered, equity, accountability, excellence, and collaboration. So our action 3.11 is about fiscal transparency and accountability. We want to reimagine our fiscal management systems to strengthen planning practices and increase transparency and accountability around availability and use of our resources. Finance has been working diligently to prepare for the adoption of the budget, which you will hear after this presentation of the 2024-25 budget, which has been finalized. And then we moved to working on LINK, our V6 and implementation for training with our district office, schools, and finance teams. We are also working on the conversion of our files. They've been going through testing. Payroll has been involved in making sure that all of our payroll files convert appropriately. We've also been working on our federal and state budget revisions through LBAS and submitting them for approval, and we've gotten through the bulk of that process. Action 3.14, in the absence of a transportation supervisor, I'll be making that report as well for you tonight. A key initiative under that action is to evaluate our transportation system, equipment, and maintenance and protocols. As you know, we implemented a bus camera system for the protection and safety of our students. These are 3 real-time live cameras which roll with our buses on all routes, all days. The frontal view and outside view is a windshield view. The driver and inside front of the bus is also a view that you can see, and the rear passenger camera, which is also on the bus. And this helps us to see what's going on in and around the bus at all times. The radios that were implemented is a 1-channel radio, which we push to talk. All regular buses have them. It's a 1-push access to district office or to our schools with 1 push for the driver to get the attention of either transportation department or the school if necessary. In our transportation department, our transportation mechanics team traveled to Membane, Gregory Pool, mechanic shop to do some on-site training with the Gregory Pool around the ACs on our buses, DEF, and other common mechanical failures. This helps us because we run our own garage to be better equipped and better able to make repairs. On February 17th, they will also take a trip to Carolina Thomas Cummins, which is the plant where the engines are made for most of the buses in Rocky Mount. So our staff will tour the plant and see how Cummins motor comes together from start to finish. On June 16th through the 20th, 2025, NC PTA Transportation Staff Conference will be held in Wilmington, North Carolina. Improvements, we are working on our improvement vision for transportation, including student parent transportation agreement forms, which helps us to know who the emergency contacts are for our students as they are transported to and from school. An assessment of our transportation department's inventory to assess what will be our needs in FY 25-26. Recruitment for a transportation supervisor and manager is also underway, and we're enhancing training for our pupil transportation drivers. We put that on Vector Solutions so that our drivers can now take that training at their own pace and their own time and help them be better able to use the Synovia software for clocking in and out. Okay, under child nutrition, we have objective 3.2, which is modernizing learning spaces. It's a shared strategic plan, objective, and action with our maintenance and facilities department. So they modernize learning spaces to create optimal environments for learning and teaching. Also, facility upgrades, develop a capital improvement package for prioritizing efficiency and innovation to enhance teaching and learning. Some of the key results. Key result 2 is develop a child nutrition equipment and facilities plan to address and update replacement needs and streamline our operations. In Hertford County High School, we've renovated the dining room. That project was completed in August 2024. It included a complete redesign and repackaging of all of the furniture and the design. And I think most of you had an opportunity to see that as we did the ribbon cutting for that. And there you are. Okay. At Hertford County Middle School, the dining room renovation project is also in progress and scheduled to be completed in November 2024, end of this month. The graphic design portion is complete and the furniture should be delivered, should have been delivered in November 2024. Riverview Elementary School, both milk coolers were replaced with new units in July 2024. Hertford County High School, the walk-in freezers have also been replaced. This includes the entire unit, complete box, condenser, and shelf and lighting. Fairfield Primary School, the walk-in freezer condenser unit was also replaced there with a new unit and it was completed in August 2024. Key Initiative 1 to upgrade the existing point of sale software program for our cafeteria and child nutrition program. This initiative is currently awaiting integration of Link for the district, and once HCPS moves to the Link system, child nutrition will be able to move forward with the POS program. Facilities maintenance. Modernizing learning spaces to create optimal environments for learning and teaching. We installed new whiteboards at Hertford County High School. And we reviewed the existing long-range capital outlay plan. Under Action 3.2.1, facilities upgrade, we installed HVAC systems at Hertford County Middle School and Hertford County High School. We paved and restriped Fairfield Primary School's parking. We did a utility reduction. We're looking at replacing T12s with T8s moving forward and hopefully getting to a point where we replace all of them with LED full replacement. We were awarded repair and restoration DPI funding an amount of $47,000, currently in the implementation state for upgrades to climate control, HC at Hertford County High School, Hertford County Middle School, and Riverview. And those are the strategic planning updates from finance and operations.
Board members, any questions or comments at this time? Was this just for information?
Yes.
Okay. With no comments or questions, thank you, Ms. Adair, for that update. 6.4 now.
You can go ahead.
Okay. 6.2, 24-25 budget resolution, Ms. Adair.
Okay. Good evening again. We have before you this evening the Hertford County Public Schools 24-25 proposed budget adoption. As you know, back in June 2020, for June 30th, 2025 fiscal year, we adopted an interim budget back in May, and that budget included a request from the county of $5,798,078. This was a $1.5 million increase from the 2022-23 appropriation. However, the county decided that it would not give us that money, and we were back at our level funding at $4.2 million. So I have before you the proposed budget adoption as follows. For state school funding allotment, as it has been distributed as of this writing, instructional services, $20,292,944. System-wide support services, $4,554,280, and ancillary services, $17,542, for a total state public school fund appropriation of $24,864,766. $24,864,766. The same in revenue coming from state public school fund allocation of $24,600,515 and state textbook allotment of $264,251 for a total state public school revenue allotment of $24,864,766. Under local appropriation, we have $1,370,694 in instructional services. System-wide support services, $2,864,721. Ancillary services, $3,148. Non-program charges of $85,000 for a total local current expense fund appropriation of $4,323,563. Our county appropriations, as previously mentioned, $4,252,063. And local revenue unrestricted of $71,500 for a total revenue appropriation of $4,323,563. Under our federal allotment, we have instructional services, $2,855,228. System-wide support services, $203,572. Ancillary services, $397,887. And non-program charges of $95,284 for a total federal appropriation of $3,551,171. The federal grants revenues, $3,551,171. And that again is as of this writing. Under federal state allotment for capital outlay, instructional service, there is nothing appropriated for that. System-wide support services, $540,000. Debt services, $500,000. And capital outlay, $1,600,000. Total capital outlay fund appropriation, $2,640,000. The state allocation and restricted funds is $1,720,000 plus restricted sales tax distribution of $920,000 for a total capital outlay fund of revenue appropriation of $2,640,000. Under federal state allotment for school nutrition fund, we have ancillary services at $2,461,000 and non-program charges at $225,000 for a total school food service fund appropriation of $2,686,000. State funds, $0. Federal funds, $2,467,500. Local funds, $218,500. For the total school food service fund revenue of $2,686,000. And finally, we have other local fund appropriation. Instructional services, $1,374,522. And system-wide support services, $1,469,907. Ancillary services at $5,000. Total other local current expense fund appropriation of $2,849,429. The revenues are as follows. State federal funds, $843,354. Local revenue unrestricted, $405,456. Local revenue restricted, $231,544. And fund balance appropriation of $1,369,075. Total other local current expense fund revenues in the amount of $2,849,429. Board, be it resolved by the Board of Education of Hertford County Public Schools hereby I request your adoption of the FY 24-25 fiscal year budget.
Any questions or comments at this time, board members?
We have a $1,369,000 in fund balance. What's that? What will our fund balance be if we use that much money? And what will our fund balance be at the end of the year?
At this time, I believe our fund balance is about $5.2 million. It's 1.3 reduction in that fund balance brings us to about 3.9.
Okay.
I think with that fund balance conversation, some of that's with pre-K expenses. And then we're about $982,000 that we're supporting in this budget with our fund balance. And so we know going into the next fiscal year, we got to cut our budget at least by $982,000 to stop the bleed on our fund balance.
That's why I keep mentioning it.
I know. And this definitely has to be the last year that we do this process.
Well, because we don't know what the federal government's gonna do either.
That's right.
And that could really, that could really be, if what I hear might happen, it could be kind of devastating.
That's right.
I mean, so.
We need to keep as much money as we possibly can.
That's right.
It's why.
Well, and still provide the services. That's the thing,
Correct.
but that's the thing we've got to do is we've got to figure out a way to still provide the services and still, and we'll use our money most efficiently as we can.
I'm gonna quote the new state superintendent, what he used to tell us, we have to do more with less.
Yeah.
Do more with less.
That's what it calls for.
Any other comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, may I entertain a motion to approve the 24-25 budget resolution as presented by administration on tonight?
Our motion to approve.
Second.
Has been motioned and properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Darren.
Thank you.
6.3, fall board policy updates for the first read, Ms. Norman.
Good evening, board members. I stand before you seeking your approval of the first read of the fall minor, new, and substantive policy updates. They'll be up for 30 days for public comments and review.
All right, any comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, may I entertain a motion to approve the following fall board policy updates for the first read be out for 30 days at this time?
Our motion to approve.
Has been motioned and properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Norman. 6.4, owner preferred alternates for building mechanical control systems, Mr. Hunter.
Board Chair, board members, Dr. Pratt. The executive summary goes into greater detail, but tonight I'm just going to tell you the gist of it. I'm seeking approval of the owner preferred alternate for the building automation system. General Statute 133-3 allows the board to identify materials that would benefit the district in cost savings or maintain and improve the function. We currently have two systems that's under Siemens, and we have three systems. We have three under Siemens and two schools under Train. By approving this, it would eliminate training costs and continue perfect efficiency.
All right. Board members, any comments or questions at this time?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Mrs. Lux?
Maybe I missed something. By approving this plan tonight, we're going to not be required to have the training costs. Is that what you said?
The third what happens is, before you put the RFP out, we have an opportunity to tell the individual, we want Siemens and we want Train as our primary vendors for this.
Well, I think because we're a small district and our staff, we have a small maintenance staff. We don't want to introduce a new system and we have to train our whole staff again. So if we stick with these two systems, it'll allow us to utilize the expertise that we already have. Yes, sir.
So you're proposing that we go back with the same systems?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
One of the two.
one of the two.
Right.
So any company who sells these two brands can participate in the RFP process.
Yeah. So really what you're talking about,
Is that correct? Yeah.
you're limiting the RFP to some people.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
John wants to add a couple of comments. there.
Apologies for this correction.
Okay,
Actually, it's open to anyone to bid it.
right.
Okay.
So other manufacturers can bid. But the board will have the opportunity to say, we prefer
Right.
this vendor at the time of the bid
Gotcha.
award.
Gotcha.
So the bid results, Mr. Hunter will bring back to the board. You'll see all the costs and be able to make a decision at that time.
Right.
So that's what the general statute
Gotcha, sir.
affords you.
Gotcha. And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve the owner preferred alternates for building mechanical control systems as presented by administration.
I make a motion to approve the owner preferred alternates for building mechanical control systems.
Second.
Has been motioned and properly second. All in favor, state aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Closing item, 7.1 Superintendent's Report, Dr. Price.
Sir. Good evening, everyone. I would first start off by reviewing our mission and vision and our core values of the district that's been reviewed this evening for you. And then go right into our board recognitions this evening. We attended the North Carolina School Board Association meeting in Greensboro, and so would like to recognize the board for receiving the Gold Bell Award for having earned 12 or more training hours between July 1st of 2023 and June 30th, 2024. So congratulations, board. Our board members also received some individual recognitions for their training. And so you can see up here, our chair, Mr. Eddie Hall, received a certificate of achievement for having anywhere between 101 hours to 200 hours of training, credit training. So congratulations to you, Chair Hall. Ms. Porter received the Bronze Award from having anywhere between 601 and 700 hours. Congratulations, Ms. Porter. Mr. Dennis Deloach received a Gold Award. That means he had 801 hours to 900 credit hours. Congratulations to you, Mr. Deloach. And lastly, but not least, Mr. Wendell Hall, who had 901 plus hours, who's a scholar, it's in the scholar circle. So congratulations to Mr. Wendell Hall. Also would like to congratulate the king and queen of the middle school. I forgot them last month. So Mr. Joyner and Mrs. Joyner, who's the king and queen of Hertford County Middle School. We're very proud of these two young people. And being a symbol for the Hertford County Middle School school team. So thank you. I also would like to congratulate Dr. Robinson. Stand up for earning her doctorate. High Point University. You have on your High Point University shirt. Congratulations to you. And all you've done. I know you're glad it's over. Yes. Take a break, take a little vacation as well, and spend some time with your family. So congratulations to you. Thank you. We also need to recognize two of our staff members who are now part of the Divine Nine, Mr. Ronald Gatlin and Mr. Wesley Dudley. Kappa Alpha Psi. Congratulations. Also, during the month of November, I did meet with my advisory boards. We had great conversations around the Code of Excellence and what we're trying to do with the Code of Excellence. We also talked about the accreditation process. Ms. Sidbury shared with them the process that we will be undertaking this school year to renew our accreditation. And then we also provided a strategic plan update to all committees on the academic excellence. And Ms. Sidbury did a wonderful job like she did tonight, presenting that information to our advisory board. So we're looking forward. I believe we are meeting this month as well. We're looking forward to meeting with all our advisories this month. I asked my teacher advisory to go back and talk to their staff and just bring me some topics that they would like to discuss. Senior team will be there to address all their needs and their topics that they bring back to us. So this is going to be an informal conversation between teachers and senior team next month. I also would like to congratulate our 26 Hertford County Public School students who participated in the Willy Wonka show on November the 15th through the 17th. I was talking to the cultivator who said she had a total of 450 people who came to Ohosky Elementary to see this play. I saw it on Friday. It was outstanding. And so job well done to our 26 students who participated in that play. They will be here in December for us to recognize them for all their talent that they put on display for the community here in Hertford County. Upcoming events, we do have the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade on Thursday, December the 12th at 6 o'clock. We also have the Hosky Christmas Parade on December the 14th at 10 a.m. on Main Street. So please come out and join us. We will have representation in both parades this school year. So we're looking forward to participating in the parades. Lastly, upcoming dates, I'd like to remind families that November the 27th through the 28th is no school for students. It is an optional work day for teachers on Wednesday, November the 27th. I hope they take the option not to work and spend some quality time with their families and prepare for the Thanksgiving holiday. December the 2nd is progress reports as we come back. December the 11th is early release day. December the 23rd to January the 3rd is winter break, and then we return from winter break on January the 6th. And Mr. Chair, that concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Pratt. Board comments, Mr. Deloach.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Just want to say I had an opportunity to visit 2 schools this week, and I was very excited about what I saw. Good things going on, you know, and it's good to walk in and see the kids on task and see the kids enjoying school and doing those things that kids generally do in the course of a day. I observed the teachers, I observed the students, even observed the cafeteria, what's going on in the cafeteria, and they were having a good time. I was really impressed to see the children in these new environments at Hosky Elementary, and they enjoyed it. And what was so exciting, you know, when the kids get out of control, there was one key, I think a hand went up, something like that. And the whole cafeteria got quiet. You could drop a pin and hear it. So whatever they had working was working. So continue that. But it was good to go there and to see the kids actively involved in administration and the teachers. I also visited Bearfield. I wanted to go there to see the technology person, but he was out at that time. But anyway, so I visited the teachers while I was there. And again, you know, it's good to walk by classes and see teachers actively involved, see the kids really enjoying what they do. And then I got a chance to see the play. I think it was 3rd grade play, I believe. And it was a musical. What country was that?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah. They were highlighting Jamaica. They did the dancing, they did the dress, and they did the songs. It was really, really nice. And Mr. Chair, you were there. I thought it was really good to see those kids when they, you know, kids are so exciting, you all. You give them, you tell them what to do, boy, and they go out there. They were supposed to, when they were modeling, they were supposed to walk down the aisle, and when they get to the aisle, they're supposed to do like the models do a little, you know, little thing, you know. Boy, you should have seen them. Boy, I was so and they would make them little moves, and I said, oh my Lord. Where'd you get that from? But anyway, it was exciting to see that, and the instructors and the people that were presenting did an awesome job involving the audience. So that was really nice, and I hope to get to see some other ones this week. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Shields?
First, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. You know, it's actually my favorite holiday because there's no expectations and everybody just, and family just enjoys each other, and that's what life is all about, really, when it comes down to it. I also got to see Willy Wonka, and that was great. I tell you, Caroline does a great job with the cultivator, and any chance you get to see our kids perform is always great. And lastly, I'd like to give a shout out to Tawana Salisbury. She was our bus driver that was involved in an accident, and she did an outstanding job keeping those children safe. She's been a bus driver for 20 years, and it just she did all the right stuff and kept those 29 children safe. And I know it said a lot about the ancillary people that work with Hertford County Public Schools, but they're outstanding. From the bus drivers to the custodians to the cafeteria staff to the maintenance staff. I mean, we've got some great people along with great teachers. And that's shown in our test scores. But I personally would like to thank Tawana for the great job that she did, because she did exactly what she was supposed to do, and sometimes I think we forget how important everybody is that works with the school system. But anyway, and that's all I've got to say. But y'all have a great Thanksgiving, because it's so important to be with your family and give everybody a hug, because that's you know, you don't know when you're gonna get that hug again. So anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Shields. Ms. Porter?
I agree with you, Mr. Shields, concerning the bus driver. I'm sure she'll be recognized at a later date, but, she did a great job of taking care of the children in time of need. And with an accident, to Dr. Robinson, congratulations. Sure, many hours went into your degree. And so you take this time and rest up a little bit, enjoy your family as well as everyone else. Enjoy your family and friends, and just with all of the data that you had given earlier this evening and how much you had improved. Just take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy your family and friends, and have a wonderful and safe vacation. Also, the Willy Wonka, and I think it's Caroline Stevenson, Dr. Ray.
Yes.
She does a wonderful job, and has always has with our students in Hertford County. But
And she's also excuse me, Sheila, she's also very appreciative to the Hertford County Board of Education for letting us use our facility. And what a great facility we have at a high school elementary schools. I'm sorry, Sheila, but I just sometimes I think, sometimes I think, you know, we don't get the kudos either that I think we need sometimes. And she is just so appreciative of the facility and how willing we are to let our students perform there. I just think, and I forgot to say that. I'm sorry, Sheila, to interrupt you.
But thank you. Thank you. Have a great holiday.
Thank you, Ms. Porter. Certainly, I ditto all the comments from my colleagues on tonight. I had the opportunity to visit a couple of schools as well. Just want to highlight a couple of those events. Enjoyed visiting the middle school and seeing the unveiling of the Paxton Patterson Lab and those students who were so engaged in those labs. And they knew what they were talking about, taught us a few things. So hopefully our community and our parents will take more in seeing the great things that are going on at Hertford County Middle School. Also had the opportunity to attend the Fall Festival there as well with those students, and they were just excited about being able to just put their head down and enjoy just the conversation and activities with other students. Like you, Mr. Loach, I enjoyed going to Bearfield, looking at the One Love concert as the third grade students highlighted Jamaica. They were really showed a great presentation, and they knew what they were doing. Didn't need much oversight. They ran that concert like a well-oiled machine. Other than that, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Do want to take just a point to say thank you to the citizens. I'm grateful and thankful for you allowing me to serve for another 4 years on this Board of Education. This board works hard and we work tirelessly for not only our employees, but our students as well. And I just want to say thank you to the citizens of this county for giving me the opportunity to continue to serve. Our next board meeting is scheduled for December the 16th, 2024, starting at 5:30 p.m. If there's no other comments or concerns at this time, board members, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Has been moved.
Second.
Has been properly second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We adjourn.